And with that, welcome folks. 2025 Wave Invitational. We got the 2013s on the ice here now. Quarterfinals as the Tide and Whitecaps try to punch their ticket into tomorrow's semis. A win and you're in. Loss, you go home. We just wait for the officials to come onto the ice surface. Both teams are ready to go. You know they're ready for this game. As you get a shot of them heading back to the bench after picking their pucks up. Mike Elliott here on the call. Again, waiting for the officials. They've had a long day. Got both rinks going here. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, we're at the RBC Center. So once we get the officials on the ice, we'll get this game started. As you can see, we'll get a quick shot. Number 34 for the Tide. Deacon Doherty between the pipes for the green team, and down in white for the Whitecaps. Number 34 as well, Jack McDonald. They're looking to give their team their best effort, and of course, this two line, lots of ice time, only 10 players on both teams. And give a quick shout out to everybody here. Number 53, Rory Doyle. Number 63, Evander Gugulevi. Number 36, Sawyer Graves. 20, Troy Hartman. 87, Silas Keddy. 29, Sam McPherson. 91, Rowan Murphy. 51, Warren Murphy. 27, Ben Rimmer. And number 19, Edwin Varan. Rounded up for the Tide. Over on the white team for the Whitecaps, number 53, Jack Deloriers. 51, Porter Dixon. 19, Joe Doyle. 20, Max Guthrow. 87, Xavier Landry. 29, Carson McCarthy. 91, Henry Ewell. 27, Thomas Varan. 36, Brody Wilson. And 63, Brady Young. As I see the officials get ready to come to the ice surface here now. 11 minutes up on the clock. We'll play 3 11s. A little bit behind schedule here, but as tournaments go, not too much, only a few minutes. But these young players are ready to get it started. And we see the official bring it here to center. Both coaches look ready as well. A lot of pride there on the coaching staff. They don't want to be the team that goes home. A lot of good friends on all these benches. Players and coaches aside, and with the drop of the puck, we are on their way. Whitecaps look to control, trying to chip it up through the neutral zone. Tide get back quickly in their own zone. I'm looking to bring it all the way around now, trying to move it through the corner, and they start to break out down below. But a good back check. It's pretty quiet in here as well, but a good back check there by Doyle. Picks that off. Now they're up through center again. Whitecaps far side, looking for some room. Makes a little move as a Tide player goes down. Hard into the board. He's okay. Pass over front. Can't quite connect. Now from the corner. Can't make anything happen from that. Tide picked that off. They're off to the races now. Back the other way quickly. Trying to bring something up over the blue line. Not much room there. The Whitecaps quickly intercept that, and they turn it back the other way. Looking for some room to move. Up through center. Loses the handle. Gets some help now as it's picked up by Landry. He can't make his way to the front of the goal. Forced to the corner. Tide again, chip up along the boards. But chipping in from the blue line was Wilson. The Tide will try the opposite side now. Right there from the hash marks. They chip it up through center, get a race for it. A little bumping going on there right in front of the penalty box. And the Whitecaps will move it up. Down below us. Chips it ahead. He looks to pick it up now. Deloriers. Can't make anything happen. A little bit of a feeling out stage between these two teams early on here in this one. Of course, maybe holding on to the stick a little tighter being quarterfinals. The Tide inside the zone. Down deep in those corner right by those Zamboni doors. Loses the handle. Whitecaps will look to bring it out again. They headman the pass up through the middle. Couldn't quite corral that one. Tide will turn around the other way. Gonna hammer that one in as he's looking for a change. And watch out as McDonald had to be careful there. He's got to cover up as well. As it took a funny bounce. You got to be careful. I mentioned earlier, that's right where the Zamboni comes out. The boards have a little extra bounce sometimes. They can hit the crevices and come out a little chopped up a little more in that corner as well. But a good job by Jack McDonald to read that play, get the paddle down, hold on. 9-12 remaining here in the first, no score. Still wait for our first shot on goal as well. And now right out there, and there we get it, and it's loose for a moment, as right off that face-off, kind of a power move right to the front of the goal, and a rolling puck just comes out the other side. Tide keeping it at the blue line. Here's a pass out front, and hits the skate, goes back to the corner again. Whitecaps will look to move it up. Trying to chip it up, they do. Up through center though, nowhere to go. As picking that off, and then quickly back the other way is the Tide. And they dump it in, looking to pick up in the corner. Whitecaps get there first. Up along the boards. Looking cross ice now, right on tape to tape. Makes one move, looking for some room right down through the middle, and finds him, fires one and scores. Nice pass cross ice, better cut through, splitting the D, and it's going to be Carson McCarthy putting the Whitecaps on the board first. As we get our first goal of this hockey game, with 8:34 remaining in the first period. Whitecaps lead 1-0. We'll wait for the official report here from the timekeeper. Either way, Whitecaps get on the board for that ever all-important first goal. Landry got to get the assist marker there on McCarthy's goal. Whitecaps looking for more now as they're trying to get outside their zone. Fires the blue line. Second attempt they're able to clear. Tide back in their own zone. Warren Murphy sends it along the boards. Fires the blue line, not out. The Whitecaps right there to dump it back in deep. Behind the net now, as the goaltender Dory came out to play that as well. Almost got a little bit tied up. Now they battle forward in the corner. Coming up with it is Udall. Can't get it past out front, and that's going to skip just outside the line. Whitecaps have to reset here back in their own blue line. They look to chip it up ahead. Battle for it just below us, so it's going to come back inside the zone again. Now Whitecaps will try to make something happen up through center, but a little stick left there and gets forced to the boards. Trying to find some room here. Both teams, now the Tide head man up. Got to get back on side. He does. Spinning turn, look for somebody open. Little pass over. Makes one move. Throws the back in towards that. A redirect on that far side. McDonald had to be careful with that one. Tide hold it at the blue line. There's a long wrister again. Look for a deflection that's blocked in front. Now it's going to be picked up by the Whitecaps. They're quickly up the other way. Little chip and chase as he's trying to catch up to it. And a good battle there as they go behind the goal. Picked up now, circling right out with it, trying to walk right in, then still has the backhand, throws on goal. And a nice save as Doherty gets a hold of that one. As Xavier Landry was trying to make his way, trying to pull the goalie from post to post, but Tide able to stay with him, makes the save, cover up, no rebound, 6:53 remain now here in the first. On the draw, goes in behind the goal. Pass out front, there's a one-time, and trying to go down on the one knee was Landry, but didn't quite get all that one, misses wide, but now he goes back to the blue line with it, put back in deep, looking to go off the back end boards. Whitecaps take it all the way around, now pulling it out front on his backhand though, spins back. Trying to find something, there's a pass back door, and that just goes off his skate. Tide pick it up, look to clear it out, up through the middle now. Taking on the far side, right down deep in the corner. Gets poke check from the stick, but gets some help. The Whitecaps knock it loose. Two white and two green jerseys there trying to find a loose puck. They battle away. Tide have it back to the blue line. Able to walk the line, now hands it over, nice little pass, top of the circle, looking for a shot. Does wrist one, doesn't get all the way through, but then almost a lucky recipient there as it landed right on Graves' stick, but didn't quite get all he wanted. But either way, McDonald read it perfectly, and the Whitecaps going to send it down the length of the ice. Icing will be the call. 5:51 remaining here now. First period, 1-0 Whitecaps. Get a draw. Deep in the Whitecaps zone. Tide win it. Back to the blue line. Quick shot. Doesn't quite make it through. Hits a skate in front as ripping that one towards the goal was Doyle. There's another one for the other side. Is sliding over with the right leg pad was McDonald. Makes the save. Whitecaps look to clear at the blue line. Can't get it out though. It's kept in. Now get a chance here. There's a quick shot. Nice little blocker save as well by McDonald. As Tide with a few chances there in that shift. Last one, a shot by Edwin Varan. Now scramble play here at center. Both teams trying to find it. It's moved up. Now inside the line. Here on the short side, trying to find some room is McPherson. He gets forced to the corner. McPherson back to the blue line. Puts it back in deep. Both teams give chase. Whitecaps to get as far as the blue line again, not out. Second attempt, trying to get it. Still poking away at both teams. Now it finally squirts loose and just comes outside the line. But the Tide quickly right there to come back in. Pass out front, picked off. But it almost lost the handle right in front of his own goalie. But he's able to get it to the corner. And now it's going to fire it hard the opposite way. Whitecaps again get to the blue line, but kept in. There's a long burst just over the net as firing that one was Keddy. And there's another deflection. That one, though, not going to go over the net as a beautiful redirect right in front of the goal. And the Tide tie this hockey game up. You have a quick look to see who did that redirect. I think it was 19, I'm pretty sure. Wait for the official goal call. Either way, Tide tie it up. 4:30 remaining here in the first. 1-1. I have it down as Edwin Vernon scoring the equalizer. And it is Vernon with the goal, assisted by McPherson. So all tied up here at 1. And now here comes the Tide looking for more. Pass over far side. Here's another quick shot. That hits a leg in front, goes to the corner. Tide get there first. Drop it back to the blue line. Line up for the wrister. That doesn't make it through. Blocked, and here comes the Whitecaps quickly back the other way. Up through the middle. Looking for some room. Trying a little sauce pass there right through the legs to make it through. And another pass from behind the goal that gets picked off. Forced back to the corner. Whitecaps going to reverse it now. Cycle it back down low. Picked up by Xavier Landry. He puts the brakes on in behind. He's on his backhand. There's a pass over front. Lots of sticks in front. And they bang away at it. Referee has his arm up. And somewhere with that scrum in the blue paint, it lands underneath the Tide goaltender, keeping it out. 3:37 remaining here in the first, all tied at 1. Face-off will say deep in the zone. Not keeping the shots up on the shot clock for this game here, so I'll have to try to keep an eye on that. There's a shot right from the blue line, and then a rebound on the side of the goal. That Dorney had to be careful. He's able to make 2 saves. Tide pick it up, look to move it out. It's in the skates there, not going to chip up high off the glass. Down in the Whitecap zone. They're going to just send it right back out. Pass cross ice. Looking to find some room there along the boards. Trying to dance his way through with it. Still loose. As both teams having a hard time handling it there. Now trying to come off the wall. That just steps right into a green jersey. Loses the handle and back the other way. Here comes the goal scorer, Vernon. He's from a sharp angle. He fires one. McDonald makes a save. And he's going to gobble up the rebound. 2:54 remaining first period. 1-1 hockey game. And again, both these teams playing for a spot in tomorrow's semifinals. It's going to be bright and early. One at 8:15, the second one at 9:15. Last game came right down to the last minute. And there's a shot from the blue line. And the Tide get their first lead. As I'm not sure if there's a screen in front or a tip. It definitely was a screen. I have Rory Doyle giving the Tide the lead here. That face-off draw one straight back, and their long wrister from the blue line finds its way into the back of the net. Tide lead 2-1. Back at center. We'll wait for the official goal announcer here. Here we go. So they're going to say it was Silas Keddy who redirected that out in front. And again, the Tide don't care who scored, just that they're now have the lead, scoring 2 straight goals. Whitecaps in the offensive zone, though, looking to tie it back up. They scored the first one in this game. There's a kind of look like maybe cross-crease pass, maybe you were trying to knock it off the goal. Either way, gets picked off Now it's back to blue line. Pass down low. Here's from a sharp angle in close. But the Tide goaltender, Dory, able to hold on to the post. Make sure there's no room. Squeeze the rebound. And we'll hold it here for a face-off deep in the zone. 2:09 remaining here, first period. We get them all lined up on the draw. Whitecaps control. Put it down deep in the corner. Tide pick it off though. They're back the other way with some numbers. Partial 3-on-2. Now partial 2-on-1. They're inside trying to reach back. Look at it. Couldn't quite get the handle. As losing that one was Keddy. Couldn't quite get it. He's looking to pass it over, you could tell, or even rip a shot off. But now just that quickly, here comes the Whitecaps back the other way. There's a pass over front. Couldn't quite connect, and the Tide picked it off. And that's how quick it is, folks. Back and forth, end to end between these two teams. Another pass over front, right on the tape. There's a chance there, but what a great block in front. That's putting his body harm way there is Porter Dixon. If not, he would have been one-on-one with the goaltender there, trying to line that one up. But he's able to block it with the shin pad. Puck stays inside the zone now. Tide, little backhand pass it. Oh! Goalie was going one way. Puck came back the other way, but they hit the outside of the net. Now the referee loses sight of it. And we're going to blow it down. But what an opportunity there. Beautiful backhand pass. But the Tide player just a little bit too deep with that one time. And it went off the outside of the netting. As McDonald was on the other post looking for the wraparound. But a little sneaky backwards pass. But stays out. Keeping it a 2-1 game. 1:16 remaining here now in the first. Tied with another face-off win. Little DDD pass. You're going to put it back deep in the corner. From behind the net now. Off the boards. Trying to chip one out. And the Tide had to regroup back in their own zone. This pass far side. As we're down to 1 minute remaining here in the first. Here's breaking one wide. Looking to set something up is Graves. He loses the handle as both players run to the official down there along the boards. Whitecaps quickly back the other way. As with some speed is Delores. Can't get the shot through. But now a giveaway. He gets it right back. Loses the handle the second time. And then the Tide going to bring it up through center. And the Tide up there almost run into each other right at the blue line. Whitecaps looking to take advantage. Pass over, not quite hard enough. And stepping up, but then losing the handle to the Tide. Now here's the Whitecaps again. Over the blue line, Wilson. It's a small shot towards the goal there. Tide make the save. Now they start to break out. Looking up through the middle. Passes a little bit too far ahead. Whitecaps will step up. Trying to go deep again as the time winds down here in the first. Puck's going to come outside. And as the horn goes, that's going to do it for us here after 2-1 our score. We'll take a short break here. Be right back for the second. And a quick blow of the whistle, bring the teams back to center. We'll switch ends. Put 11 minutes back up on the clock. Pretty clean affair there in the first period. See if that jinxes them or not. No penalties. Whitecaps start to scoring. And then the Tide come right back and score two of their own. Now scramble draw. Whitecaps trying to force it. As it's just below us. As it's getting taken down there, play continues as both players go down. As everybody had a quick look at the officials. There's a little bit of contact along the boards. Play continues. Whitecaps inside the zone. Trying to find some room, trying to carry it all the way in. It's loose, now chipped up ahead. Now 2-on-1 might be coming up. Here comes the Tide. Far side, he's gonna elect to keep and shoot by getting a blocker on that as McDonald makes the save. Now in behind. Whitecaps look to clear. Pass up through the middle. Trying to split the D. Pass gets just over the line. There's a shot. from way far out. Goaltender sees that all the way through. As McCarthy was looking for his second of the evening. But Doherty up to the task, makes the save, covers up, no rebound. As we're almost a minute here into the second. Whitecaps get the draw, back to the blue line. Got to put that down deep. Is Guthrow. Now they go to the corner. Now the referee's arms up. As we're going to get our first penalty in tonight's game. As the Tide touch the puck, the whistle's going to go. And body contact is going to be the call. And heading to the box is going to be number 20, Troy Hartman. So Hartman in the box for 2. 9:52 remaining here in the second. Power play opportunity for the Whitecaps as they look to tie this game up at 2. So all kinds of 2s could be up on the board. To get lined up for the draw. Whitecaps have it, trying to walk in right off the faceoff. There's a shot off the post. Walker in, the rebound comes right out, and that one doesn't quite make it through, but what an opportunity there quickly on the power play, but it hits the post. Whitecaps controller. Here's another pass trying to go to the high slot area. Tide ship it out. They're going to get a race for it. Trying to get there first. The Tide does, and they're going to dump it in deep. Looking to chase it down now. Trying to pin it to the corner, looking to kill some more time off on the power play. Whitecaps got to circle back deep. Brings it right out in front of their own goal. Now makes the pass. Down below us as they get inside the zone. Trying to find some room. There's a pass out front. It's off a skate. And it's in the back of the net. So pass out front, but goes off to the defender. Either way, power play marker. And I'm pretty sure that one was Guthrow that was driving the net. 9:06 remaining here in the second. Whitecaps score on the power play. Get all tied up now at 2. I have Guthrow, pretty sure it's number 20 that was busting in. We'll wait for the official call from the timekeeper. Either way, back to center, tied at 2. And the Whitecaps control the draw. And it was Max Guthrow putting that one home. And now here's Whitecaps again looking for more. Pass, that's going to be picked off though. Tide rushing back the other way. 3-on-2 shaping up. They just get inside the blue line. Put the brakes on. Looking out front. Going to let go back to the blue. There's a long rusher. It's deflected. And we're not Whitecaps stick. And luckily misses on the short side. Whitecaps trying to clear it up. They do get outside the line. Tide try to put it right back in. It's in the feet. And lands on the Tide stick for a moment. Now the Whitecaps will try to clear. Looking to go for a little skate now. They put a couple moves on through the neutral zone. Now put the brakes on. Pass up top. Walk in. Top of the circle. Rifles one. It's deflected. And it's in. So Whitecaps, the 2 quick ones. As they regain their 1-goal lead, they had way back in the first period. This time, I believe, it's number 87, Xander Landry. Either way, again, Whitecaps score on the power play. Now they score one full strength as well here in the second to regain their lead. It's 3-2, 8:15 to go now here in the second. A nice little pass. The defenseman had room, walked in, fired that one, and with traffic in front, gets a deflection. Now the play goes behind the Tide's goaltender. In the circle, down low with it. Picked up by McCarthy. He tries to come back, go from it. Tide picked that up. Now they're up through the middle. Little pass up ahead. They just stay on side, but the pass will be picked off by the Whitecaps. They take it back behind their own goal. Got to go the other way with it. Far side now for Landry. Looks up ice pass. It's a little bit too far for the intended target. The Tide's there at center to put it right back in deep. Whitecaps behind their own goal now. Start to move it to the far side. Flicked up through the middle. Bouncing puck. And went by the Tide player, but luckily his defensive partner had moved back to cover. Battle on the boards. Whitecaps put it in deep. Picking up behind his own net now is Hartman. Hartman makes the first pass. Up through the middle now as they try to put it in deep. Do get just inside the line, but Whitecaps pick it off, clear it back out through center. Now the Tide will try it again here. This time they're able to get a little deeper. As knocking that one down was McPherson. Whitecaps will look to bring it out. Looking for some room to move now. Cuts up through the middle. Makes a few moves that he brings inside the blue line. And there's a long shot, but there's the glove. And got to hold on. Deacon Doherty comes way out to the top of his crease, flashes a little leather there and holds on. 6:37 remaining now here in the second. Face-off will come deep. On the draw, in the feet. Whitecaps control, back to the blue line. There's a shot that goes off a shin pad that bounces right out front. And Doherty plays that, sorry. Wasn't sure if he's going to cover that. He could bounce it right through the crease, but he does play it to the corner, and the Whitecaps looking to take advantage now as they look to move it out. Trying to bust down through, far side, looking for some room. Finds the room, and fires one upstairs, and he's hyped up for that one, as he should be. As he took a burst of speed, busted on the far side, and fired one upstairs under the bar. We're all tied at 3 now. As I'm trying to wait for the player to turn around so I can see his number, but he kind of hid it from me. Either way, tied score. And it was Keddy with his second. I thought it was 87. As the puck comes down the other end. And the save made there by Dory. So Keddy with that great shot ties it up at 3. 6:08 remaining here in the second. His second of the evening. Face off to the right of the Tide goaltender. Whitecaps control. There's a shot from the blue line, gets all the way through. Saves made, rebound goes to the corner. Tide looking to clear. They pick it up along the boards now. Pass just a little bit behind the intended target. For the Whitecaps pick it up in their own zone. Guthrow takes it all the way behind his own net. Now he's going to hand it off. Little backhand pass up through the middle. As Young made that nifty little pass there, but Whitecaps can't make anything happen as the Tide pick that off and they bring it back the other way. Up over the blue line, Tide are going to be offside. They have to tag up. So extra time here for the Whitecaps to bring it up. They make the first pass. Moved up again, but force back the other way. Now it's going to be put in deep by Brady Young. Tide though from the corner. Going to go corner to corner with it. Now pass cross ice. Looking up through the middle. And it's going to go off the stick, but lands on a Whitecap stick, and they're going to look to come back the other way, going for a skate as he knocks the Tide player stick out of his hand. As Young takes it all the way around. There's a pass over front. Look for the one time. He didn't make it, but that lands on the Whitecap stick, and he fires one. And boy, these kids have a rocket. Might need to work on the celly a little more, but the shot was definitely bang on. Just like down the other end. It's the other 87 as Xander Landry gets his second of the evening. And the Whitecaps regain their lead. It's 4-3. Under 5 to go here now in the second as these teams exchange goals, and 2 nice ones as well as they rifled that upstairs on these young goaltenders. Delorier getting the assist marker on Landry's goal, and now the Whitecaps in the zone again looking for more as they keep that puck in. Tide force it out though. Looking up through the middle. Pass on the stick, and from skate to stick as Keddy tried to bust his way through. Couldn't get around the defender though. Now he looks for it in the corner. Looking to go out front. It battles now as both teams looking for it. Another pass attempt, doesn't make it through. Whitecaps pick it off. Looking for a pass a little bit too far behind. Now we got to get a puck race for it. Not going to make it far enough for icing. Tide get there first. With some speed back the other way. And it's Warren Murphy. He takes it all the way behind. Still has it. Looks out front. Connects now with McPherson. He can't get the shot through. Whitecaps will bring it behind their own goal. Varan starts to pass up on the side. Now they're out through the middle. Whitecaps by himself now as you have 1-on-4. And then gets taken down to one knee. Play continues. Still has it taken down again. This time loses the handle. And the Tide will bring it up. That goes off his skate. It's going to be picked off by Brady Young. He loses the handle and the Tide quickly right back the other way. Far side, little spin turn, trying to a little backhand pass. That lands on a Whitecaps dip. But then the Whitecaps throw it up through the middle. And making a change and grabbing the puck there is Brody Wilson. He tries to make its way through. Can't make anything come from that. Tide pick it up, they're back the other way. Quick pass now inside their own zone. They try to find somebody open. Nice little passes here, back and forth. There's a long shot from way outside. And Dory saw that all the way through as Henry Udall threw that shot with the Tide goaltender way out top of his crease. Sees that all the way through. Makes a save, no rebound. 2:56 remaining here in the second. He gets set up on the draw. Whitecaps with another face-off win. Back at the blue line now. Looking to make a move. Goes down low with it. Tide gonna get there first, go along the boards. Up here along the boards now. They gain entry to the zone. Pass out front. A battle ensues there, but picking that off. It's going to be Young who try to bring the puck up. Tide pick it off. They're going to have to get back on side. Either way, Whitecaps have it. They move it up outside the zone. Might have been an argument there from the coaches if something would have happened on that play, as both officials may have missed an offside, but we'll never say that with these young officials, of course. Whitecaps back in their own zone again. Looking to make something happen. Likes to go back. They're going to go high up the boards. Little touch pass. Trying to chip it up ahead, and they do. It's picked up now. Looking for some room to move. Brody Wilson fires a shot there. That gets nothing but boards. Tide have it behind their own goal. Trying to set up. They move things around. Now they're inside the zone again. Nice pass over, walks in, fires a shot, and getting that just with his paddle of his stick is Doherty. And makes a big save as was walking in there. The Whitecaps are looking to add to their lead. They still have puck possession now back to the blue line. Back along the boards. Down low, trying to find somebody open. Puts the brakes on, now pass out front, lands on the backhand, and he scores! Great passing by the Whitecaps. And this time putting it home. As he slid that backhand along the ice. Is it going to be McCarthy with another one? And it is. Carson McCarthy, number 29. Giving the Whitecaps a 2-goal lead here as we get closer to the end of this second period, 1:17 remaining. Whitecaps now bring the puck up through the middle. And as he's saying his name, he only had another one there as he fired that one trying to go back far side. And again, the Tide's goaltender getting a stick on it, making the save. Puck stays inside and behind the net to the corner. Trying to find some room to bring it out. Now puts it back. There's some room. Walking all the way out, trying to pull it wide. Gets knocked to the corner. Looking to get it back, trying to walk out with it. And that's going to come right on top of the Tide's goaltender. And with the feeling the pressure, going to take no chances. Covers that up. 34.9 seconds left now here in the second. An important face-off here for the Tide. If they'd like to win this and get down the other end, trying to make this a 1-goal lead before the end of the second. Whitecaps looking to hold the line. They'd like to increase their lead, of course, add to their cushion here. As a battle ensues, puck squirts out. Whitecaps retreat back to their own zone. A little DD pass now as they look up ice. Didn't like what they saw there, so cycles it back down low. Now trying to get a burst of speed down below us, inside the line. Nice little pass over there. Was flying up the ice was Delores. Now a shot as the time expires. Trying to catch the goalie out of position. The horn goes. That's going to do it for us. After 2 periods of play, 5-3 our score. We'll be right back in a moment here for the third. The referee blows the whistle. We're right back to the action. Third period, 11 minutes up on the clock. Tied down by 2. Little extra conversation on the Tide side, of course, trying to figure out as we switch ends again. Looks like we're ready to go here now. Third period, spot in the semis on the line. And the Whitecaps control the faceoff in their own zone, off the boards. Nice little pick up there, trying to cut back in. Gets tripped up. Tide pick it off. They're back the other way. As they look to make a move now. Rowan Murphy dumps it deep in the zone. He gives chase. The battle ensues along the boards. Squirts loose. Whitecaps will try to check it out. Fires the blue line, but can't. It's kept in. A nice little play there to kick that up. They still have it. But the Whitecaps going to look to regroup as Delorier goes back the other way with it. Going to chip it off the boards. Tide look to pick that off inside their own zone. Got 2 Whitecaps on. Nice spins out the board. That's going to be picked off. Trying to put it back down low. As stepping up was Young to pick that pass off. Look to go back to the blue line. Referee's arms up as the Tide touch the puck. As the Whitecaps goalie was heading towards the bench for the extra attacker. It's going to be number 36, Sawyer Graves, on the trip call. A minute here into the third period. So Whitecaps now in the power play opportunity to add to their lead. Mentions, well, great crowd here checking out the game. I want to thank everybody at home for tuning in. And of course, here has been a great day 2 of this Wave Invitational. That pass from the blue line misses and then bounce right for the other side. And from below the goal line, he tried to knock it off the goalie, come right through the crease. So chance there early for the Whitecaps, but couldn't quite put that home now from the blue line. Pass along the boards, looking to come out with it. Likes to go down, now walking over from the corner with the backhand, trying to roof that one upstairs. Didn't quite get up high enough. Whitecaps retain possession. On the boards. Team battles, now it's going to be picked up by Dole, who passes the far side. There's a shot, putting a nice block there and getting a shin pad in front of it for the Tides, and then off to the races the other way. Trying to get a backhand pass over, does! And McDonald stays with that as he didn't quite get up high enough. But either way, Jack McDonald sliding over with the pad and glove, keeps that out. Whitecaps flying back the other way. Shorthand opportunity there for the Tide. Now walking over it and trying to make something happen was Joe Doyle. Again, save made though. Rebound's cleared. Deep into the Whitecap zone. 50 seconds remaining in the power play. Now down below us, it's going to be Landry. Puts the brakes on. Now he passes up top. Looking to walk in for a shooting lane. Can't get it through as the Tide pick that off, and then they can't clear the zone. As it's kept in on the far side. Now moved over. One little move. Trying to make another move. Keeps it on the forehand. Looking towards the front of the goal. Can't find anybody open. Now he's going to pass back to the blue line. Pass back. trying to find something to happen. Down low, everybody calling for the puck. You can hear it out pass out front. Can't make contact there. Tide pick it off. They're going to send it all the way down, and McDonald, be careful again. Took that funny bounce. Almost came right out front, but able to play the puck, leaving him behind. Penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. As we're 8 minutes remaining here in the third. Whitecaps back over the blue line again. And it's going to be Brody Wilson. He hands it off. Brady Young. If they can't make anything happen. Tide looking to clear. They're going to pick it up, take it behind their own goal. Graves looking for some room to move. He looks up ice. Looking for a pass there. That goes off of Rowan Murphy's stick. But he's able to tip it inside the zones and no icing. Whitecaps look to break out again. They go cross ice. Never get a race for it back the other way. And a battle there, but getting there first going to be Warren Murphy. And he had McCarthy on him. Back at center now. Little stick check just inside the line. Tide look to clear it. They're at center. Trying to find some room now as he brings the puck inside the line. Looking to force the defender back. Takes it all the way behind was Rowan Murphy. Now he gets tied up in the corner. They battle away for it. Murphy trying to come up with it. There's a shot from a sharp angle. Walking right outside from the corner. But there's McDonald. Holding his post, making the save. No rebound. 6:48 remaining now here in the third. 5-3. As we wait to see the winner of this one. Would be here early tomorrow. There's a shot, a high shot. And McDonald able to stay up on that one. All these goalies like to go down. But McDonald stayed up. Got that high in the shoulder area. Knocks it out of play. We'll redo that face-off on the far side. On the draw, Tide control. There's another shot. This one gets blocked in front as two Whitecaps players go down. Tide pick up a loose puck and they're trying again. This one goes off the outside of the post and in behind the goal is the Tide throwing everything at the net right now that they can. Trying to make it one. There's another chance trying to go short side again off the outside of the net. They pick up a loose puck behind the goal though. On the backhand. Push to the corner. Trying to find somebody open. Goes back to the blue line. There's a shot that gets redirected. As firing that one towards the goal was Doyle. Now the Tide again kind of lose the handle this time. Whitecaps going to go for a skate. Cutting on that far side, getting taken down. Referee's letting that one go. Tide reverse it. Now down below us. Looking up ice. Sees an opening, going to go for a skate now as Keddy brings the puck inside the zone. Keddy all the way down. Now again, try the short side. Rebound comes up. McDonald's down. And couldn't quite hear the whistle there as the referee having a little chat back as two players have a conversation on their way back to the bench. But I think the referee's whistle may have malfunctioned a little bit there. Didn't give much of a tweet. Either way, McDonald had it covered. 5:43 remaining here in the third. 2-goal hockey game. And on the draw. Face-off comes to the corner. Murphy trying to knock it loose. He gets forced along the boards. Whitecaps find a loose puck and they start quickly back the other way. Trying to find some room. Nailed down. Moves the puck over. There's a shot that's blocked. As trying to fire that one towards the goal was Wilson. Now a battle from the corner. Trying to walk over the net. Another shot. And Doherty had to be careful with that one as they try to find some room again on that far side, just inside the post. Face-off will stay in the Tide zone. 5:17 remaining. With the clock ticking down. Probably too fast for the Tide, not fast enough for the Whitecaps as they battle down there in the corner. Two green jerseys, two white jerseys as the referee's arms up. And we're going to get a roughing call as the outside referee is going to call the Whitecaps player, looks like getting pulled out of the scrum on that one. And it's going to go against number 91, Henry Udall. So power play opportunity here now with 5:02 remaining in the third for the Tide, looking to cut this to a 1-goal lead. In on the draw now. Squirts through to the outside side. Whitecaps looking to hammer that one out, and the old knuckle puck. Going to get by the defender at the blue line, sit all the way down the length of the ice. Goalie thought about coming out to play it. Now got to hustle back to the net as his teammate comes in, picks up a loose puck. Now they start to move it up. Chipped up ahead just inside the line. And take it all the way around the goal. Didn't see much on that angle. Hands it off, top circle. Winding him up, this old clap bomb. And I think it hit a body in front, but got some good one. There's another shot. That was a snapshot that doesn't quite get through at all. So the Tide throwing everything towards the net with two hard shots that the Whitecaps get pieces of. Now they send it down the length of the ice. 1:20 to go here in the power play. Picked up, and on the forecheck, forcing them back down deep as McCarthy. Tide will have to try again. Now they try the opposite side. Keddy looks up through the middle. It's going to be touched ahead, see if it makes it far enough for icing or not. Referee's arms up. And the whistle's going to go with exactly 4 minutes to go here in the third. 58 seconds in the power play. Icing will be the call. We'll bring it back to the Tide zone. And on the draw, it's in the feet. Tide able to pick it loose, take it behind their own goal. Looking to move it up ahead now was Rimmer. Now trying to headman the pass, but missing on the pass there were the Tides, and the Whitecaps will force them back into their own zone. Picked up now by Graves. Graves looking to get it back, does, up through the middle with some speed. Breaks here to the short side, tries to throw one back, and that gets off the defender's stick up high in the glass above the net. Whitecaps with another opportunity to clear on the backhand. Able to shovel that down before he heads to the bench for a change. Tide will have to move quick here, only 14 seconds remaining on the power play. Long pass up to the middle. Now it's a little drop pass, look for a long shot. Taking one there. As Sawyer Graves, another shot, but diving out with a blocker. Here's McDonald, makes a save. Puck stays inside the zone. Penalized player back on the ice. But now a pass be picked off, and that's probably going to be offside. And the player realized it as he backed himself a little bit too far over the blue line. And we'll take that to the far face-off dot here in front of the Whitecaps bench. 2:53 remaining here in the third. On the draw now. Whitecaps win it back, and they start to move it up. Both teams trying to force it forward. Whitecaps do GD inside the zone. That's going to be picked up in the corner by Varan. Looking to go for a skate now, makes one move, gets over the blue line from his knees, makes the pass over. There's a long shot. McDonald with the save, rebound. Can be picked up and cleared, but a bouncing puck doesn't get out. McDonald makes another save, and this time forces it to the corner. Whitecaps this time will try to get it out. For the moment, it's kept in. Second effort does get out. High off the boards, Tide put it right back in. Whitecaps again at their own blue line. Trying to move it. Pass is forced up ahead, get a chase for it now. As trying to slide underneath the check there was Landry. And Landry again with another beauty. And that one's number 3 for the trick. Maybe putting this one out of the reach now for the Whitecaps. As Landry with his third of the evening with 2:03 left here in the third. Tide got themselves in the hole here. They want to make a comeback in this one. At center, both teams go back and forth with it. The Tide now behind their own goal. Getting themselves pinned inside the line here. They can't get the puck moving. And the referee's arms up again. This one's going to go against the Whitecaps as he steps in and touches the puck. We'll see what this call is going to be. like it's going to go against Brady Young, number 63. Missed the signal from the official. Might have been body. Either way, tied on the power play. Goaltender has been pulled. Extra attacker on the ice now with 1:30 to go. The Tide like to get a quick one here on the power play. And they get the draw back to the blue line. And there's the shot. But able to see that through was McDonald. As getting that one on goal was Hartman. And the call on the Whitecaps player for boarding. I couldn't see the official signal from here, but boarding was the call. Face-off in the feet. Both teams look for it. Gets forced down to the corner. Whitecaps hammer along the boards, but it's going to be kept in at the blue line. Hartman again, looking to spin away from the defender. Get it down deep from the corner. Go back and forth, now behind the goal. Pass out front, right on the doorstep. They whack away at it, just shoots that one wide. Last minute play here now in the third period. Pass up top. Hartman trying for a shot, and that's going to be deflected. Would have been close to a high stick. Play continues as it's deflected wide. The Tide again, far side. 40 seconds remaining here. Moves it over, walk it in. This fire to shove. There's the glove. And making it look easy is Jack McDonald, as Keddy was looking for his hat trick, but can't get by the leather of the Whitecaps goaltender. 37.8 up on the clock now here in the third. There's time running out here on the Tide as the Whitecaps look to see that they may have punched their ticket here to the semifinals tomorrow morning. Another shot there, this time from McPherson. And Jack McDonald there again makes the save, covers up, another face-off. A few more seconds tick off the clock. On the draw now, in the feet. Tide have it, spinning, turning, firing that one towards goal, and I think McDonald just gets enough of that to knock it to the corner. Tide control though. 6-on-5 there, or sorry, still 6-on-4 with the penalty. They move the puck around, spinning and moving, looking for some room. Rowan Murphy, he fires a shot. He's going to miss that one wide. Now picking up off the boards, Sam McPherson. Got a Whitecap player on him to get it pinned as time ticks down, and they're able to send that down as they're penalized. So no icing, and the horn's going to go, and that's going to do it for us here. 6-3 your final. Whitecaps win. They punch their ticket till tomorrow's semifinals. As an exciting game. We'll take a break here. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you next game.